And a quick look at what's happening in the headlines as far as newspapers are concerned. Sunday Times and Timeslive. Deputy Editor Makhudu Sefara joining us. Hello, Makhudu. Look, and took about a couple of papers and then a quick look at what you guys are doing in your newspapers. Pretoria News is where we start first, though, and it's 2.1 billion rands worth of public funds going to waste, and we drag in the name again of the Department of Defence.
Yeah, good morning, and thank you for having me. The Department of Defence has been one of those very problematic departments, and the report of the Auditor General isn't really, in that respect, shocking. But the detail of the findings of the Auditor General, should shock all of us. I mean, over 2 billion spent irregularly, and in addition, the Auditor General is saying that not only is money spent irregularly, she mentions quite a number of payments that are made. But then she makes the important point that she couldn't verify that part of what the department says has been paid has indeed been paid, because there's no sufficient documentation to enable her to do the necessary verifications.
Yeah, and that's a very worrying story. They're given some wasteful expenditure that we seem to be seeing across the country at that Makhudu. The Herald, they're leading with a different story, though. Elderly suffering in the dark. It seems an old-age home has been without electricity for more than a month now. Yes,
the problems in the area have been ongoing. The thing that's most troubling about the story is how this problem, which we have also seen in Soweto and other areas, is now affecting the weak and infirm in society. So it's about what do they do? How do they counter this? For many people who are able to fend for themselves, they make plans for when Eskom is down, because that has become part of normal life. But if you are in a center because and you're not able to fend for yourself, you're just at the mercy of the vicissitudes and whatever is supposed to be happening with the load shedding or load reduction or outages, or whatever thing is called.
Well, we're going to keep calling it outages. I think let's call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's go to the Cape Times quickly. We still want to talk to you about what you guys are covering. Cape Times, Cape Town, good morning to you. And it's 90 years of Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu, still smiling, still dancing, I'm sure still having cake for breakfast. Of course, South Africa and the world celebrating the Archer's birthday today.
Yeah, it's been a long journey for the Arch. He's an important member of our society. He's helped our country navigate quite important, historical moments. And as he turns 90, quite a number of people are in Cape Town, are already in Cape Town, the who's who of South Africa, to celebrate with him, and I suppose also to reflect on the journey that his life has been, and what the teachings from many of the statements he has made are for us as we deal with the challenges that South Africa faces today. One of those you would know, Gareth, is an issue of diversity and how we deal with that, and his own view was that we are this rainbow nation. He called it God's rainbow nation. But that was then as we're coming out of apartheid.
Yeah.
If you look at what's happening today, as people are contesting local government elections and the DA and the posters in Phoenix, you can see that the struggle remains very much on in terms of how do we accommodate each other, how do we accept each other's differences and navigate a way into the future.
Yeah, and let's briefly talk about what you'll also be looking at. I see Kosati here, as well as the National Police Commissioner, Kehlas Tole, leading some of the work that you'll be looking into.
Yeah, the controversy around the police commissioner is really very important. You know, historically, the position of a commissioner has been one beset by many challenges. From way back when there was a Jackie Lady, and even when the current minister was a commissioner, there have always been tensions between the minister and the commissioner. And right now, the issue seems to stem from a procurement, a 45 million rand procurement of an intelligence device that was used at the last ANC elective conference, and what the role of the current commissioner has been. Documentation relating to this, you know, was kept secret for a while,
right.
But the court has now ordered that documentation be made public.
All right, we have to leave it there, Makhudu, due to time. But thank you for always being a great sport. Talking to us there. Timeslive editor and Sunday Times deputy editor, Makhudu Sefara.